Hi there, and welcome to theclearskinessentials.com. I'm Natasha St. Michael, and here at the Clear Skin Essentials, we're always talking about how to clear up breakouts and adult acne naturally through diet and skincare. And today I want to talk about my favorite products from 2017. And all these products, they're all natural. Plus, most importantly, they're super effective. I would say each and every product that I'm going to talk about today has been a massive game changer for me. So the first product I want to talk about is from Oskia, and this is the Renaissance Cleansing Gel. This is a fabulous cleanser, and this is not a new cleanser for me, but I've been using this cleanser off and on for the past 7 years, and I would say this is like the 5th bottle. I love this cleanser. I pretty much go back and forth between oil cleansing and using the Renaissance Cleansing Gel. What I love most about this cleanser is that it's got MSM in it, it's got exfoliating enzymes in it. It's a very gentle gel cleanser that turns into a balm when you apply it to your skin. And it gently, ever so gently, exfoliates your skin and brightens your skin. And so this is something you can use twice a day. And it's excellent for just brightening up your complexion, also fading acne scars or sun damage, and even smoothing your skin from any kind of sort of sun damage or just maturing skin that ends up getting a little textured. This can actually help to kind of smooth things over. So for me, I've always loved this product. I always recommend it, especially for anyone that's got like oily skin. I would say this is best for normal to oily skin, and especially if you're prone to like scarring or hyperpigmentation, acne scars, and sun damage. Fabulous. So the story though with this product and why it stands out for me for 2017 is that I stopped using it when I was pregnant. So if you don't know this already, I was pregnant earlier this year. I gave birth to my second daughter, Sky, in April. And during my pregnancy, my skin went from being like chronically like super oily to being like crazy dehydrated. And so it was like dry dehydrated, not oily at all. And for me, it was like a massive difference because my whole life I've always had oily skin, and suddenly I was like dealing with like dry, dehydrated skin, and my skin looked like really like wrinkly and lined and old. And so things that I previously used that were like my staples, I had to take a break from, including this cleanser. It was just not a cleanser I would reach for when I had like dry, dehydrated skin. And after my pregnancy though, I would say maybe about 2 months after I gave birth, my hormones started going back to normal, and so did my skin, and my skin started getting oily again. And so I started using this cleanser again. And melasma I had all over my face from the pregnancy suddenly started to fade. And I've tried so many products to like trying to like lift that heavy pigmentation that I'd have on my forehead and the sides of my face, and nothing seemed to help it. And I find, especially with like a lot of natural products that are designed to brighten the skin, I actually find it makes my melasma darker. Okay, and the reason why is because a lot of products that are designed to brighten the skin brighten normal skin, but when you've got sort of densely pigmented patches from hyperpigmentation or melasma, a lot of brightening products don't work. So it kind of brightens the area like around it, and then the contrast between having kind of like brighter or lighter skin around the melasma makes it appear even darker. So a lot of products I tried were like massive fails. But when I started actually cleansing my skin with this twice a day, I would say within 1 month, I would say the difference in the hyperpigmentation was probably a reduction of about 80%, maybe even 85. I barely have it. I don't even need to like cover it with makeup or anything. And it's all from just using a cleanser twice a day. So I highly recommend this if you do have melasma like me. If you've got sun damage, for myself too, I got like textured skin underneath my eyes from just getting older, and sun damage too, and this helps to kind of like smooth that down. This is just a fantastic cleanser. But as I said before, this is better cleanser for someone that's got normal to oily skin. This is great for acne prone skin, but if you're have skin that's on the drier side, and especially the dehydrated side, I don't recommend this. I think it's just not as nourishing for what you need. You need more of like an oil-based, creamy kind of cleanser. All right, so fabulous cleanser. Next product I want to talk about is from Uma Oils, and this is their eye oil. It's the anti-aging eye oil. And this is the deluxe sample of it. So I'm just going to show you what like the full size actually looks like, just so you can have like sort of a size comparison. And this eye oil is hands down probably like the best eye treatment product I have ever found. It is fantastic. I will say that normally my skin around my eyes does not tolerate oils, especially heavy oils, and a lot of eye creams. The skin around my eyes is very sensitive, but at the same time, I'm in my 40s. I got lines and wrinkles around my eyes. I'm always looking for something to moisturize and soften the skin around my eyes, but a lot of things actually aggravate my skin and just give me puffiness and like weird reactions. So I was thrilled when I started using this, because not only did it help to like soften the skin around my eyes, but it's fantastic at reducing puffiness and preventing it. So I like to use this mostly at night before I go to sleep. I just take 2 drops, use a very small amount, and I pat it around my eyes, and I also pat it over sort of like under my brow bone and also on my eyelid, and I pat it all around. And what ends up happening is that the next morning I wake up and I have no puffiness around my eyes. And normally I'm prone to getting puffiness, mainly because right now I am breastfeeding my daughter, and with hormones, I don't know what it is with lactating hormones, but it makes me retain water, and I get like puffiness here and there, and all of that. It's kind of just a weird reaction to that. But this really helps that like in the morning I wake up and I have absolutely no puffiness in my eyes. It's also really good if like you go out for dinner, maybe you have like Chinese food or Asian food, and you know your eyes are gonna like, you know, you wake up and you got like big sort of mountains under your eyes. This will help to prevent it. So I love it. It won't do anything though if you got like dark circles under your eyes. I don't think any like eye care product will ever help with that. That's more perhaps like a structural issue with just sort of like the fat pads under your eyes, that your eyes are more sunken in, that you get shadow, or it could be you have environmental allergies. Myself, I get dark circles under my eyes from environmental allergies, things like that. It's not something you can really do anything with your skincare to get rid of dark circles. It's more lifestyle, and sometimes it's just genetic. So this though is fabulous if you're looking for something for puffiness, and if you're looking for something if you've got like lines and wrinkles under your eyes. I also use this during the day. So I don't use it every day during the day, but when I wear makeup, I wear this underneath. And what I do is I just, again, like pat a small amount underneath my eyes and also around the eye, and I let it sort of sink in and absorb maybe for 2 or 3 minutes, and then I will apply my makeup over it. And as long as I set my makeup with like the tiniest amount of powder, it won't move over the oil. And what ends up happening is that the oil really softens out those lines and wrinkles, and so they're less accentuated by the makeup you're using. It's fantastic. So I highly recommend this. I can't wait to buy the full-size bottle. I'll be doing that very shortly. Love it. Best eye product by far that I've found. Next product is from Suntegrity, and this is their 5-in-1 tinted face SPF 30 sunscreen. This is fantastic. So this is meant to be like a primer, a moisturizer, sun protection, like tinted, like all in one. And it's a mineral sunscreen. It's 20% zinc oxide. And this is by far the most effective sunscreen I have found. So you guys know I live in Bali. It's hot here. It's really hot here. And as you can see, I've like got fair skin, and most sunscreens don't work here. They just don't. Like it's been a very big sort of eye-opening experience when I moved to Asia from Canada, and suddenly I had a lot of challenges with sunscreens because everything that I thought was like great and effective over there just would not protect my skin over here. But this sunscreen is fantastic. Like I've never gone burnt from using it. My skin never goes pink. It just protects my skin beautifully. And at the same time, there's something in this product that makes my skin like super smooth and soft. I don't know what the ingredient is in it. It could be the zinc, it could be like maybe the combination of ingredients in this, but for some reason when I use this every single day, over time my skin just becomes like baby soft. And how I know it's from this product is that when I don't use it, like if I don't use it for a few days, then my skin kind of goes back to what it was. And then I start reusing it again and my skin becomes baby soft again. It's really cool. I don't know what it is in it, but fantastic. So I love the sunscreen. It is tinted, so you don't get like the white cast from the zinc. I use the shade Light, and I find it to be a little bit on the peachy side, which I think when I rebuy this, I'm going to try the Fair, but the Light is fine. It doesn't make me look orange, but it is, I would just say, a little bit more peachy for my skin. And I would say I prefer peachy over like pink gray that a lot of sunscreens come in. So, you know, and also too, I wear makeup over this and it doesn't affect the color of that makeup and nothing. And I wear it also on its own. So in general, love it. No white cast, super effective. You can actually rely on it to protect your skin from the UVA and the UVB rays. So highly recommend. The next product that is, I would say, my most favorite product I found this year. The one product that like I don't stop raving about. Like literally I love it. Every single time I use it, I'm like more and more in love with it. And this is from Annmarie Skin Care, and it's their Minerals MultiPurpose Foundation. And what this is it's an all natural mineral makeup that you add this to either your moisturizer or your facial oil or a serum to make your own tinted moisturizer or your own foundation. So pretty much it's pigmented powder that you're making your own makeup with. Okay, and I love this. I think this is genius because pretty much you're putting pigment into your own skincare to make good for your skin makeup. Okay, and we all know that like a lot of makeup out there has like not very good ingredients. So imagine you can make like your own foundation out of your moisturizer that has like fabulous ingredients. It's great for your skin. It doesn't give you breakouts, nothing. And so this pigmented powder that you would add into your moisturizer or your facial oil, it's only made out of 4 ingredients. It's non-comedogenic. It's not going to give you breakouts, nothing. It's pigment. It's like adding color to your skincare to make your own makeup. I love it, and it's easy to use. It's easy to get like a perfect color match as well. For me, I'm an in-between shade. This is kind of like the story of my life. Is I'm always like in between. You know, it's like shoe sizes. I'm always like 38 and a half. I'm not 38, I'm not a 39. It's like in the middle. So the same thing with makeup. This happens to me all the time that it's like I'm always in the middle. So I use the shade Sand, plus I use a pinch of the honey just to warm it up. So since I live in the tropics and I do get a little bit of color from the sun, I have to warm up the Sand shade just a touch. If I was back in Canada, I'd only have to use the Sand shade. And I love that I can actually make this a little bit, like the skin tone a little bit deeper when I need to, and then have it a little bit lighter when I need to at other times of the year. So it's fantastic. And plus with this makeup, you have full control, first of all, of the tone or the shade, but also the coverage. So you can make sort of like a sheer coverage, like a tinted moisturizer, or you can add a little bit more pigment to it and make like a medium coverage, or you can go like full coverage foundation as well. Like it's amazing, like the amount of control you have over making pretty much your own makeup. So I do have a full review of this that I'm going to put a link to that below so you can check it out if you want more information, plus swatches of all the different shades, everything. But one thing I do want to recommend that I did was I got they have a sample kit of this makeup, and I recommend getting the sample kit before you actually get the makeup, so you make sure that you get the right tone, that you try it out, like everything, because the sample kit, it comes with all 8 shades, and they're little vials of the shades. I'll show you what it looks like. Here's one vial of the shade, and one of these vials can actually last like, I would say like 1 or 2 months minimum. Like if you use this every single day, I would say it would take like 2 months to go through. You use such little amounts. So I think it's a great investment to just first start with this, get the perfect color match for you, test it out with your skincare, and then afterwards get like the full size. And next is a product from Tata Skin Care. And this is their moisturizing mask. Oh my goodness, this was my savior when I was pregnant. So as I mentioned before, is that I normally have oily skin, I have acne prone skin, I've got maturing skin. But when I was pregnant, my skin went like dry, dehydrated to the max. Okay, I looked like I was 10 years older. It was bad. Like all the wrinkles and lines in my face were just super pronounced, and it was quite an interesting sort of reaction to the pregnancy. And so what ended up happening was that not only was my skin like really dry and dehydrated, but my skin was really reactive, and everything I normally would use, I had to kind of like take a break from. And it came to a point too, like if those of you who've been following the blog, like while I was pregnant, I was even doing dry oil cleansing because my skin couldn't even handle water. Like even water was too drying. And this moisturizing mask was like my saving grace. This was just fantastic. So I first tried this out, I was amazed that like pretty much what it is, it's a moisturizing mask you put on your clean face before you go to sleep, and you leave it on overnight. And the next morning I woke up and my skin was like plumped up, it was like smooth and soft and hydrated, and I didn't have like these deep lines like across my face. And I fell in love. And I love this so much that I use this, I would say for like the last half of my pregnancy, I used this every single night. Like it was just amazing. And I adore it. I recommend this product for all of you that have dry skin and dehydrated skin. I especially recommend this if you sleep with air conditioning or like really strong indoor heating and your skin is really dry and dehydrated. And I strongly recommend this for any of you that fly regularly on airplanes, or if you work on an airplane, or anywhere where there's just like crazy amount of like dryness in the air. This is fantastic. This will rescue your skin, and I love it. And I have to say, especially like after any kind of long flights, this is what I use right after, because normally I get like big lines across like my forehead for like a week. It takes like my skin to recuperate after flying. It just gets so dehydrated, and this like erases all that the next day my skin is like back to normal. So I adore this, strongly recommend it. Now, one thing I do want to mention, because as I said before, my skin is now back to being oily, and so I don't use this every night like I did when my skin was like dry and dehydrated. I just find it too rich, and I would say for like oily skin, this probably would be too rich. This is something that like nowadays I use this probably like once a week more for maintenance, because even though my skin is oily, I am in my 40s, so my skin needs extra hydration. I have lines and wrinkles, and this helps to kind of like plump it up. So what I do is I use this once a week, or I might not leave it on my skin overnight. So I might just leave it on as a mask for like an hour and then take it off. And I just find that's a better balance for oily skin, especially if you've got really like oily skin that just can't handle anything too rich, or you've got active acne that, let's say if you have active acne, you don't want anything too rich on your skin, because I find that kind of slows down the healing. You need kind of like oxygen and air getting to your skin to help it heal. So I would say this is great for those of you with dry, dehydrated skin. And if you do have maturing skin, but it's more like on the oily side, just use it once a week for maintenance and as kind of just a hydration booster. All right. And then lastly, a product for breakouts. This product is from Pajara Natural Alternatives. This is their Blue Fairy facial oil for acne and oily skin. And oh my goodness, this has been like a diamond for getting rid of, I would say, skin congestion. So I've talked about this product numerous times on the blog, and I just love it. I love it for getting rid of skin congestion and just blocked pores. This won't help like blackheads and large pores, but if you have kind of, like me, I've got congested skin around my nose and also around my chin, and pretty much it's just got like little bumps here and there, and it's just clogged pores. I don't want to extract them. I don't touch them because I find when I try to like touch them and get rid of them, it makes it worse and it turns into pimples or it gets scarring and like all of that. I've always just kind of left it be. But this year I started like experimenting with this product because it's a facial oil. It's meant to be like all over your skin, but I find it too strong, that I was experimenting with just putting it like on spots and areas that are congested. And I was amazed to see that like within a few weeks of using this every night, just on the areas where I need it, that all of that skin congestion, all that bumpiness completely went away. And the beauty of this is that it's pretty much grapeseed oil with a bunch of clarifying essential oils blended in, and it's moisturizing and nourishing. So it's not going to dry out your skin. It's not going to make your skin like flaky and chapped or like none of that. It's the opposite. It's going to nourish your skin, and at the same time it's going to clarify your skin to help to release what is clogging up your pores and all that. So fantastic, highly recommend it. And one thing I do also recommend is that they have this in a travel size. So this is the full size, but you can get a smaller bottle, and it has a little rolly ball on the end, so it's perfect for like spot treating those areas on your face. And it's much cheaper, and it's just a great way to try it out to see if it works for your skin, because we're all different with spot treatments. For some people it works, some people it doesn't. But yeah, I loved it. This is definitely a standout, fabulous product. So these are my favorite products from 2017. And I'm going to put a link below to last year's favorite products from 2016. Plus, what I was thinking I'm going to do is I want to do a follow-up video of those favorites from last year and talk about like my kind of what I think of those products now after using them for the past year, because a lot of those favorites that I had last year, I love them even more now than I did back then. And I would say I think there's one product that I'm kind of unsure of, that I thought it would be just good to kind of revisit last year's favorites and just talk about what I'm using and the results I'm getting and all of that. So I'll coming up, look out for that video. And yeah, and also just to mention as well is that I wrote a review too of these products on my blog at theclearSkinEssentials.com. So I'll put a link to that too if you want more information and just read more about sort of the results I got from using these products and why I love them so much, and plus the links. So all of that will be down below. So I just want to wish everyone happy holidays and a happy new year. And yeah, I'm excited to be back. I feel like it's been a while since I've been able to do a video, and hopefully in this coming year I can kind of get back into the swing of things and all of that. So thank you very much everyone for your support this year and subscribing, and yeah, wishing you a fabulous day. Bye.